Buzzy and the Purple Clover by Snuggle Blossom. In a warm, humming hive made of sweet-smelling lax lived a very young bee named Buzzy. The hive was always full of his big, busy family, and Buzzy loved the happy, buzzing sound of his home. He loved the golden light of the morning sun that peeked through the entrance. But there was one thing, just one thing, that Buzzy loved more than anything in the whole wide world. He loved the beautiful purple clover flowers. Every single day, Buzzy would fly out into the big green meadow. The meadow was a carpet of wonderful colors. He would zip past the tall white daisies with their sunny yellow centers. He would zoom over the bright red poppies, which danced in the wind. He would fly right by the shiny yellow buttercups, but he never ever stopped for them. Buzzy only wanted his favorite flowers. Purple is the best color, he would buzz to himself as he flew. And purple clover is the sweetest treat. He would land on a soft, round clover flower. Its petals felt like a tiny velvet blanket under his tired feet. He would dip his head inside and drink the sweet nectar. It tasted like purple candy and warm summer sunshine all mixed together. He would visit one perfect clover, and then another, and then another. He filled his little tummy with the sweet purple nectar until he was full and happy. All day long he stayed in the lovely patch of purple clover. He was a very happy and a very, very picky little bee. One morning, Buzzy woke up feeling extra hungry. His tummy was making a small rumbling sound. He stretched his 6 little legs and wiggled his long antenna. He flew out of the hive, ready for his delicious clover breakfast. He flew straight to his favorite spot in the meadow, by the big, shady oak tree. He looked for the beautiful patch of purple. But the purple was gone. The clovers were not there. He rubbed his eyes with his little front legs and looked again. There were only green leaves and tall, swaying grass. The spot was empty. Buzzy flew in a big circle, feeling a bit worried. He flew high, up toward the blue sky. He flew low, close to the green ground. He looked and he looked, but he could not find a single purple flower. His tummy made another rumbling sound, a little louder this time. "Oh no," he whispered to a long blade of grass. "Where did all my lovely flowers go?" The grass just swayed gently back and forth in the morning breeze. Buzzy felt sad and very, very hungry. He flew to the other side of the sunny hill, where clovers sometimes grew. But there was no purple there either. He flew down by the little babbling brook. He looked behind the smooth gray stones. Still, there was no clover. An older bee with dusty, tired wings flew past him. Buzzy buzzed loudly to get her attention. "Excuse me," he asked. "Have you seen the purple clover?" The older bee paused in the air for just a moment. "The clover is gone for now, little one," she said in a kind, buzzy voice. "But the meadow is full of other sweet flowers." Then she buzzed away toward a patch of white daisies, leaving Buzzy all alone. Buzzy sat on a big, flat green leaf. His wings felt heavy. His tummy rumbled again, louder and louder. It felt so empty. He looked across the wide meadow. He saw so many colors he had always ignored. He saw red and white and orange and blue, and right in front of him, standing all by itself, was a fluffy yellow flower. It was a dandelion. It was so very, very yellow. "I do not like yellow," Buzzy said stubbornly to himself. "I only like purple. Purple is the best." He closed his eyes and tried to remember the sweet taste of clover, but his tummy just rumbled and grumbled and tumbled. It was a very unhappy tummy. The sun shone down on the little yellow dandelion. It looked bright and warm, like a tiny sun growing right out of the grass. Buzzy remembered what the older bee said. "Other sweet flowers," she had said. He looked at the dandelion again. It was very different from his clover. It did not have soft, round purple petals. It had lots of little yellow bits that made a fluffy, tickly-looking ball. He was a little scared to try it. What if it tasted like grass? What if it was not sweet at all? His tummy gave a great big roar. It was the loudest tummy roar he had ever heard. Okay, tummy, okay, Buzzy sighed. I will be brave. Maybe just one little taste. He flew off the leaf very, very slowly. He flew closer and closer to the strange yellow flower. He took a deep breath. He landed right on its fluffy top. It felt tickly and funny under his feet. He took a tiny, tiny sip of the nectar. His eyes opened wide with surprise. It was sweet. It was a different kind of sweet. A wonderful kind of sweet. It did not taste like purple candy. It tasted like sunshine and warm, gooey honey. It was delicious. Buzzy drank and drank until his tummy was full and quiet and happy. He felt warm all over. He buzzed a joyful buzz and flew high up into the air. He felt so good. He felt so brave. If the yellow flower was this yummy, what about all the others? He flew to a tall white daisy. He landed on its bright yellow center, which felt like a soft button. The white petals were smooth and cool. He tasted its nectar. It was light and fresh, like a sweet morning dew. Wow! He buzzed with delight. Then he saw a bright red poppy dancing all by itself. Its petals were big and crinkly, like soft, colorful paper. He zipped over and took a sip. Its nectar was rich and warm, a little bit spicy and very exciting. He had never tasted anything like it. He visited a tiny bluebell shaped like a little cup. He had to peek right inside to find its nectar. It tasted like tiny drops of rain and sugar. Buzzy flew all over the meadow. He was not a picky bee anymore. He was an explorer bee. He tasted every different flower he could find. Each one had its own beautiful color, its own special feel, and its own wonderful taste. The world was so much bigger and so much more delicious than he ever knew. That evening, Buzzy flew back to the hive as the sun began to set. The sky was painted in soft orange and pink. His little legs were covered in yellow and white and red pollen. His tummy was full and his heart was happy. He still loved purple clover, of course, but now he knew that dandelions were sweet, daisies were fresh, and poppies were exciting. Buzzy snuggled into the warm wax of his home, listening to the gentle hum of his family. He knew that trying something new was a wonderful, magical thing. It made his world bigger and brighter and so much sweeter. And he could not wait to see what new flowers he would discover in the meadow tomorrow.